The following is a demonstration of the Siri shortcuts that are in Mobile Midwife that are particularly for precipitous labor. They cover early stage labor all the way through immediate postpartum. You can also view this full list on our website and also by opening the Shortcuts app on any Apple device. If you cannot find the Shortcuts app, then you can go to the App Store and search for Shortcuts and download it. And then you'll be able to look for Mobile Midwife and view all these shortcuts in there as well. When speaking to Siri, you can either just say Siri or you can say Hey Siri. And then afterward, you will either say Mobile Midwife or MM. In this demonstration, I'm going to use MM simply because it's shorter. Siri, MM labor tones.
Heart tones value.
135.
Tones charted.
Siri, MM labor membranes.
Membranes charted.
Siri, MM labor crowned.
Crown charted.
Siri, MM labor head.
Head charted.
Siri, MM labor body.
Body charted.
Siri, MM labor first cry.
First cry charted.
Siri, MM labor 1 minute APGAR.
APGAR value.
7.
1 minute APGAR charted.
Siri, MM labor 5 minute APGAR.
APGAR value.
8.
5 minute APGAR charted.
Siri, MM labor 10 minute APGAR.
APGAR value.
10.
10 minute APGAR charted.
Siri, MM labor placenta.
Placenta charted.
Now we will go through all of the resuscitation shortcuts. They all pretty much match the resuscitation buttons in the resuscitation section of the baby IPP. But you can always look at the Shortcuts app again and see what they are, or visit our website. Siri, MM resuscitation dry and stimulate.
Dry and stimulate charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation inflation.
Inflation charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation PPV room air.
PPV room air charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation PPV oxygen.
Which one? Dry and stimulate. Inflation. PPV room air.
PPV oxygen.
PPV oxygen charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation pulse oximeter.
Pulse oximeter charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation free O2.
Free O2 charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation chest compressions begin.
Chest compressions began charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation chest compressions ended.
Chest compressions ended charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation first breath.
First breath charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation PPVE discontinued.
PPV discontinued charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation laryngeal mask airway.
Laryngeal mask airway charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation intubation.
Intubation charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation epinephrine.
Epinephrine charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation other.
Comment.
Some other comment regarding resuscitation.
Other charted.
Siri, MM resuscitation.
Which one? Dry and stimulate. Inflation. PPV room air. PPV oxygen.
Now we will go through the hemorrhage shortcuts. Siri, MM hemorrhage pitocin.
Pitocin charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage misoprostol.
Misoprostol charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage IV.
IV charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage lactated ringer.
Lactated ringer charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage catheterized bladder.
Catheterized bladder charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage placenta manually removed.
Placenta manually removed charted.
Siri, MM hemorrhage Trendelenburg.
Trendelenburg charted.
Siri, hemorrhage, oxygen.
Oxygen charted.
Siri, hemorrhage, anti-shock garment.
Anti-shock garment charted.
Siri, hemorrhage, compress.
Compress charted.
Siri, hemorrhage, other.
Comment.
Some other comment.
Other charted.
And lastly, if things get really dicey and you don't want to use the Siri commands, you can tell Mobile Midwife to record the audio. Siri, recording start. And this will record everything you say for up to an hour, and then you can transcribe the text and view everything that was said, and then also use artificial intelligence commands to convert it to SOAP, or even generate a labor flow or prenatal charting. And we'll have more on that on a different video.